Legend of Suheldev, the king who saved India. Summary. The story begins in 1025 when Mahmud of Ghazni sacks Somnath temple and breaks the idol of Lord Shiva. The prince of Sravasti, Suheldev, dies trying to save the temple. When his brother Suheldev comes to know of this, he feels enraged and promises retaliation. Together with his father King Mangalwaj, Suheldev goes to Kannauj to ask for King Ajitpal's help in countering Mahmud's further attacks. But instead, they are insulted and sent back. On their way back, they notice a Turkish camp and engage in a fight with them. They kill all of them and realize that the Turks can be beaten if taken by surprise. So, Suheldev decides to exile himself and attack the Turks by surprise while pretending to have rebelled against King Mangalwaj so that Mahmud doesn't attack Sravasti. Years pass and by 1029, Suheldev becomes famous as the bandit prince and a thorn in the side of the Turks. During this time, he also loots Khazar Khan, a special envoy of Mahmud and the governor of Kannauj, but treats his wife with respect and is kind to his 6-year-old. After looting them, he lets them go. He also visits Bareilly and meets a Turk called Aslan who is a disciple of the Sufi Saint Nuruddin Sheikh. Once a Maulvi, called Zayn, gets into a conflict with Nuruddin, calling him a supporter of Kafirs, and Zayn's nephew attacks Nuruddin. To save Nuruddin, Aslan attacks Zayn's nephew, killing him in the process. Due to this, Nuruddin casts Aslan away as he hates bloodshed. Suheldev, who was watching this, befriends Aslan and invites him to join his team, to which he agrees. He sometimes goes to spy on Turk soldiers for Suheldev as he is a Turk and understands Turkish. In 1030, the Turks attack Delhi. Delhi's King Mahipal is killed in the battle and the Turks win. After winning, the Turks kill all the soldiers and men in Delhi, not even sparing babies. Women are sold in slave markets. Everyone who was related to the king is killed so that there can be no claim to the throne except for 2 people, Jaichand, Mahipal's son-in-law, and the ruler of Sirat who wasn't present in Delhi, and the king's commander-in-chief Govardhan, whose father was the king's 5th cousin. Govardhan is saved because he retreats in time with a band of 30 soldiers. Govardhan decides to go to Sirat for Jaichand's help, but on the way, a woman tells him that Jaichand is a supporter of the Turks and he would hand him over to them, and that was the reason why he didn't help Mahipal in the battle. The woman is later revealed to be Suheldev's spy and tells him the whereabouts of Suheldev, and Govardhan joins his team. Suheldev and his team go to villages attacked by the Turks. On one such visit, he goes to a village of leather workers which is destroyed by the Turks and all the people killed except a woman called Toscani who was saved because she was away when the Turks attacked. Toscani used to be a soldier in the Kannauj army but deserted it when Kannauj surrendered to Mahmud of Ghazni. Toscani joins Suheldev's team. Suheldev later falls in love with Toscani. In one of his attacks on Turks, Suheldev is gravely injured and could have died had Aslan not saved him. But it turned out that Aslan was actually Mahmud's nephew Ghazi Sayyid Salam Asad in disguise, and he only helped and saved Suheldev to kill him at the right place and at the right time so that he may be made into a good example. It also turns out that he went to meet Karim in his spy mission, who was the head of the Turkish invasion of India. It is also revealed that Karim was Maqsad's lover. In the meantime, Mahmud dies of some unknown reason and a civil war breaks out among his sons. As a result, all the Turk armies are called back, and so is Maqsad, as he was Mahmud's strongest commander-in-chief. So he tells the news of Mahmud's death to Suheldev, saying Turks are not going to attack India for some years as they are into a civil war. He further tells him that he is not required in the mission for some time as the Turks are gone and he is going to find some new stuff master for himself. Thus, he leaves Suheldev and sets back to Ghazni to help Mahmud's rightful heir get the throne. In the meantime, Mangalwaj dies of cancer and Suheldev returns to his kingdom and ascends the throne. Before his death, Mangalwaj had created a confederacy of 21 kings to repel any Turkic invasion, and Suheldev led it. In 1033, the War of Succession in Ghazni ends with Masud I of Ghazni as the new sultan, who killed his younger brother Muhammad of Ghazni to get the throne. After becoming the emperor, he sends Salam Maqsad to India with a very large army to make it a part of the Ghaznavid Empire. As he enters northwest India, Suheldev sends his guru to Rajendra Chola for help. It is revealed that it was Rajendra Chola who ordered for Mahmud's assassination to avenge Somnath temple. Rajendra Chola agrees to help Suheldev. As Maqsad advances, Ajitpal joins him with the Kannauj army. Maqsud also goes to Suheldev disguised as Aslan and gets all the information about his war strategy. But it's then revealed that Aslan was Maqsud's twin brother Salah Masud, who supported Indians. The battle day finally arrives. The Kanauj army refuses to fight for Maqsud and rebels, but the army of Manohar joins Maqsud with its king Jaichand. Finally, in 1034, a fierce battle is fought at Berach in which Suheldev kills Jaichand, but Govardhan's hand is fractured, Abdul loses an eye, and Toscani is gravely injured. Suheldev is on the verge of losing, but the Chola army arrives right in time to save the day. Every single Turk in their army of 60,000 is killed and their bodies burned, for the Turks didn't fear death but feared cremation, as they believed it stops one's entry to heaven. Salah Maqsud is captured and beheaded by Suheldev publicly. His body is burnt and its ashes are sent to Ghazni in an urn. His head is preserved and sent to Ghazni along with his ashes, with a message inscribed on his forehead: "Come to India as devotees and our motherland will welcome you. But come as invaders and we will burn every single one of you." After this incident, Somnath Temple is reconstructed and no foreigner dares to look at India for the next 150 years.
To know more, click the link below given in description.
Subscribe to see more videos on book summary. Comment down below on which book summary do you want. Meet you guys in next video.